That's no lie. We spend life is good and everybody else and the sunshine, the moonlight, good time. The sunshine, the moonlight, good time. This hits that ice cold. Michelle fights for that white gold. This one's for them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', live it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta get these albums so pretty. Too hot, too hot. Center in and understand, oh, there's a shift happening here. Oh, there's a shift happening here. It's a different song in different times. So, right now, I like the quartet part of this, but I'm thinking potentially it might work best to have, how many basses are there? Just two. I want you guys to be a little bit more groovy together because I feel like sometimes your tempo is in and out, and I think having the rhythm section groove together will then help everyone else hear exactly. So maybe we'll put you on the end so that you're jamming together. And then so that you guys who have the leads can shine a little bit more. Now, let's fix this arc a little bit. You guys gotta come out a little bit. You guys are okay, don't move yet. Just over here, spread out just a little bit more so that you two match each other. So this is going to be your formation as the trio, but whenever you are singing something that is considered a lead, I need you to step forward because I want to be focused right now. For the first half of the song, I was like, why are there 4 people standing up there? And then I realized later, I think we got to make it a little bit more obvious that you guys are going to be switching around a little bit. So what you guys can even move depending on what part. So if you come up in the beginning and you're out to, or like maybe you start in the middle or something like that, so that my focus isn't shifted to the side of the group, it's focused in the middle, therefore I'm seeing everything. So you could either triangle around or just like step forward, but we'll work on it depending on, I have to remember who comes in where, and then I can plan on that. And then so you guys, the one type of move that I want you guys to all do together is when you switch to Uptown Funk, I want everyone to go look at the bass and just do like this is gonna happen. Like, this is something, we're cueing the audience to go look at you. That's what we want. And then after that, we can just go back to jamming. We'll plan it out in a second, but let's start at the beginning. And I will stop you depending on what we're doing. Yes?
Do you want like a certain look, like everyone do like a certain hand or just
whatever feels natural to you. I don't want this song to be choreographed, so I definitely want you to move comfortably within your own body. And I don't want you to feel like I have to be like, you know, that's weird. So you know, just like focus your attention over. So all of a sudden you're jamming over here, and then you're like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just like shift the energy towards the highlighted feature. Does that make sense? Yeah. Cool. Let us start from the beginning. Oh, sorry. So sorry. You guys, I need a little. You're giving it on your part. You're like, giving it. The two of you, I want you to do more. You sound great. You've already got that down. Now you need to take in Michael, take in Bruno, and be like, because they are all like, boom, like in the front. They are always at the front of the stage, moving around, changing what they're doing. They're down, they're up, they're everywhere. And that is so, I mean, you don't have to do the Michael, you know, whatever. That was really good. I can't do that. And if you can't, that's okay. But you do, I think it could be cool if you just have a little bit of a more sharpness to it. Just a little bit more suave, a little more Justin Timberlake, a little more cool while you're doing it. Does that make sense? Cool. Be a character.
That's no lie. We spend the night Frisco and from the night it's a love goodbye. Look for the sunshine, don't put on the moonlight. Good time, don't put on the sunshine, don't put on the moonlight. Don't put on the good time, don't put on the boogie.
Okay, cool. Let's start over from the beginning. You guys changed. You started to move as if you're over here at one point and over here at one point, or wherever you want to go. It's more like you can find someone in the audience and you have an interaction with them if you're comfortable with that, or you can look at the back of the audience and just walk around. But whatever you do, just make sure it's like, you know, I'm going to deliberately be doing this, but I don't want you to feel planted. Okay? And then make sure you come back to this point right before the do-do part. Let's do that again. You're feeling it here. Most people would feel the song like both of the songs. Yeah.
That's no lie. We spend the night Frisco and everybody is gold. And from the night it's a love goodbye. There's the sunshine, don't burn on the moonlight. Good time, like on the bouquet. Don't burn on the sunshine, don't burn on the moonlight. Don't burn on the good time, bouquet.
Jam with him. You can move still. Definitely do.
This hit that ice cold, Michelle fight for that white gold. This one's for them good girls and good girls, straight masterpiece. Stylin', wildin', live it up in the city. Got a Chuck song with Saint Laurent. Got a kissing song so pretty. Too hard.
So this, her song's a little bit more groovy where she can like take her time. Yours is a little more edgy. So you gotta kind of be like, I got Chuck's on, and I gotta kiss myself so pretty. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more funky. Yours is. So you gotta snap it a little bit more. Kind of like he does when he does that other song. I don't remember the name. Yeah. It kind of needs to be a little more like that. So some things that we could do as background people is during the shift to Uptown Funk, there are some key words that you could point out if you want to, if you feel so inspired. If you're wearing Chucks, you could be like, got my Chucks on, or like, kiss myself, I'm so pretty, or like, you know, whatever. It's gotta just like, whatever cool vibe you wanna give off. That is okay. Whatever feels natural. If it doesn't feel natural to you, don't do it. But don't be afraid to do it, because I promise you, if you feel silly, you look better. I know that sounds crazy. If you feel awkward, you look awkward. But if you feel like you're going further than you think you should with how extreme you're being, then you're probably doing the right amount for the last person in the audience to witness that you're actually doing something. Does that make sense? Cool. Let's try it again. Smile though. Use your eyes.
That's no lie. We spend the night with sunshine, moonlight, good time. Sunshine.
You guys can do this. What do you want to do? So do it.
Good time.
Jam. Don't just stand there. Jam with him.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one's for them good girls, straight masterpiece. Styling, wilding, living it up to the city. Got Chuck's on, we're saying I'm wrong. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hard, all the politics not fun. I'm too hard, I'm too hard. I'm too hard, and I'm bad. Girls hit hallelujah, girls hit hallelujah, girls hit hallelujah. Sometimes I'm gonna give it to you, sometimes I'm gonna give it to you, 'cause sometimes I'm gonna give it to you. 'Cause Saturday night we hit spot, don't believe me, just watch.
You better get up off of that thing. Say, put your hands down. Get up off of that thing. You better get up off of that thing. Try to release that fresh stuff.
Sunshine, moonlight, good time, boogie. Sunshine, moonlight, good time, boogie.
Look at him again.
Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, jump on it. Yeah, over that day. The same night we hit the spot. Don't just twice. Sunshine, moonlight, good time. Boogie. Sunshine,
Sing out.
moonlight, good time. Boogie.
Wait. No, sorry. I didn't mean to stop. I said it's okay. You messed up. I was like, oh, it's okay.
Na 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 na. Wouldn't it be nice if we pulled her Wouldn't it be nice to live together? Where we belong. Make it
The thing that's happening, is that where I'm supposed to be? Yes, in a little bit. You're good. You can come in here for a little bit.
Now I'm awkward. Okay.
Oh, it's all right.
Because I was like, well, I actually have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna do that. Bye.
You got that
Sorry,
yeah.
Jarrell.
She was great. She's
You're the best.
She's like, oh, am I supposed to be here?
Okay, so what I noticed about this song as a whole is that there are and I suffer from this, and I can train myself out of it. I am not a dancer. I'm not even extremely comfortable with moving. It's been a long lifetime process as a performer to get myself out of odd habits that I would do while I was singing. So this was my favorite pose. I would sing, and the floppy fish happened a lot. So we have a little bit of the fish on some people, and then we have like a washing the car situation that was happening also. I'm making light of it. It's totally funny, and I understand. And I laugh every time. And anytime I notice that I'm doing something like that, I'm like, go away, please, stop it. Okay, so for this song, because it's super chill, and it's supposed to be like really tight. It's all about the harmonies. That's what the Beach Boys were. They're about like the sun and the harmonies, and the girls. I want to be, as an audience member, I want to be focused on the beautiful singing more than being distracted by emotions. So you two, since you're singing the lead, you sang a little bit with your arm like this the whole time.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
And you
I was
washing
doing
the
the
car.
washing
You were not the only washing the car person, but you
No,
were doing it too. Yeah. So again, it's okay to move your arms. Definitely move them, but you'll notice if you rehearse in front of mirrors, you will see the one that you go to that's awkward. You're like, why am I doing that? You don't even know you're doing it, but you are. You know what I mean? And you might be aware that is something that you might do, but you don't know when you're doing it. Either you're trying to remember the lyrics, or you're trying to remember the next part, or something like that. So it's like that splitting your brain and realizing like, this is one thing I'm focusing on, and then my body's another thing I'm focusing on. Super, super important as a performer, and you will grow as you continue to look at yourself while singing. So I want to do that again, and I want you to be aware of how you're moving. Like, it's okay for you guys, you're singing lyrics. You have it way easier than they do, because they're just singing, I mean, sometimes they're singing lyrics and things like that, but you're singing the lead. So you can express with your hands, you're like, wouldn't it be nice if, whatever. You can move a little bit, you can come forward, but you don't have, you guys especially don't need to stay in this bubble. Whereas the last song, the bubble was here because you were snapping and you're clapping, and that's where you feel the energy of that song is in this, it's in your core. This song doesn't have a chord like that, not a chord groove. It's just like a stand and sing kind of song. So that was a long speech, but let's do that.
It's all good.
Cool.
Yes. When we started, we had stools. That's why. So we had stools.
Oh,
That's
do you normally have stools?
not. We haven't done it recently, but
So, well, maybe we'll train out of the stool, and we'll do it like you would be singing.
And Lyra doesn't sing. They sang it together at the
Yeah,
beginning.
it
So
was-
do you want her back in the
It was-
back to everybody else?
yeah, it was like a practice, like singing it through someone to get like a little more feeling in it. So I'm not actually singing the lead. I just was basically moral support.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So I can go
So
back.
yeah, have her be the lead. You're it, girl. You got it.
Just
Go, Scotty.
hey.
I'm gonna, okay, so I'm gonna, not to freak you out, but I'm gonna like come by and like slap your fish hand out. Okay, I wanna just.
Like for somebody who was like, out comes the duct tape.
Everybody just stand over here.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.